highest level of Wing Chun that in sort of in this line. Other sports like football or golf, or has he witnessed anybody else that uses the same Nim Tao state to improve it? Like, has he seen anybody else that doesn't realize what they're doing, but they're putting on this type of state to a certain extent? Does that make sense?
師傅佢話呢個就係呢種面球詠春，即係要出神入化。咁佢話會你有冇見過咧？會第二啲例如運動咧，有啲人咧係有啲咁嘅表現出嚟，即係好似呢類咁嘅嘢，而應用喺嗰啲運動裏面。
咁樣呢樣嘢咧，我就唔係幾乜嘢。例如我見到嗰啲游水游得好快，嗰條線好直嗰啲人，佢可能佢有一個目標，嗰條腰唔會擺喺度，就變咗佢直佢就快。有少少咁嘅味道。係有少少咁嘅味道。
He was not very sure that, for example, he saw someone swimming really good. They might also show some kind of the spine is very directed towards very focused forward. So a little bit like that, showing that kind of impact, but it's not very sure.
He also mentioned, I remember one night he was mentioning that people that sit in lotus position, the meditators, the ones that can sit for a long time in lotus position, he said that they, correct me if I'm wrong, they get a similar kind of thing in their spine, but they can't use it because they're just sitting.
佢話你以前有提過咧，你啲打坐嚟啲高質嗰啲，打坐嘅時候咧都有類似嘅嘢出嚟，只不過佢哋用唔到出嚟。
Also, I recall also him saying he saw years ago, maybe a decade ago, he saw it on TV, a goalkeeper, footballer, soccer player, and he looked at his kick and he said he's somehow using Nim Tao. Is that right?
佢話又記得你提過以前睇電視咧，手龍踢足球手龍有一個龍咧，佢踢起上嚟咧，都好似有嗰種感覺。
係啊，佢啲運動都有啲嘅，即係佢啲係一種局部性，佢專係嗰個運動嗰一樣嘢。
Yes, those might be just very local. Those one or two movements.
So they can't move the arms.
Not full on.
So until now, you mentioned mostly the spine area, but especially for this vertical stance, how about the legs? So the lower part of the body, the legs, especially.
How do you do on the legs?
Strong build in this vertical stance.
頭先一路都講
build strong.
脊骨啊、手咁嗰個馬係點咧？嗰啲腳係點樣諗嘅咧？
隻腳咧，你有放鬆，放到啲關節好似好軟弱咁樣，嗰個關節識活動咁，即係我諗佢，我想咁啦，佢就會咁就已經係達力咗。
For the legs, it will be quite similar, but first you have to got them to be relaxed to the extent that it's freely can be freely be rotated. Just like the free rotation of the joints, you have to achieve that degree of relaxation in the legs. In the legs, if you got to that state, it's the same. You've got the same kind of power, like joint rotation.
So to me, it's very interesting that a system of martial arts can actually be used in our daily activities as well. It's done so by enabling us to be able to tap into our bodies and control our bodies in a different way, in actually the most efficient way possible. So I've explained in other videos how we're able to tap into our joints, into each individual joint, and be able to use them with minimum use of muscular effort, and also how it gives us the idea of dynamic balance. So not just being able to maintain our upright posture and walk around, but be able to maintain that kind of balance, or maintain actually, or hold our center of mass, own our center of mass as force is being applied to us, as we're lifting heavy things and things like that. So in that way, we're able to utilize this understanding of the body in movement, whatever the movement may be, whether it's climbing stairs, whether it's playing tennis, whether it's playing golf, because everything is just movement, right? So if you can tap into your whole body And if you can feel the joints in that way and control the joints in that way and relax the muscles in that way, then it's only going to take a short amount of time to learn that specific movement. For example, for someone that is at a high level at this kind of Wing Chun, at a high level, let's say, of controlling their body in this way, and they haven't played golf before, or they haven't played tennis before, or anything, then for them it will just take a short amount of time to understand the mechanics and just get a feel for the mechanics of, let's say, playing tennis or being able to play golf. And then once they've got the external sort of movement patterns in their mind, then they can start to apply that state. So for example, for golf, they go, okay, this is how I got to do it. Now, how do I utilize my body in that way? How do I use my center of mass rather than using my arms, to do that golf swing? Same with tennis, same with how can I climb upstairs? If you've got to climb a lot of stairs every day to go to work or to go home in an apartment, how can you climb up the stairs more efficiently? How can you utilize your hip joints in that way? If you're a mother that's got to hold, small built, and you've got to hold your baby that's quite big, I know my wife was like that, and my baby was very big and very fat, very heavy. So for her, she's got very skinny arms, very skinny shoulders. So she would get sore or very tired straight away. After 5 minutes of holding the baby, you get tired. So how do we utilize our body in such a way that we can hold something that's heavy in the most efficient way, so our muscles don't get burnt out? We're using our joints instead. So it's quite remarkable that it's a martial art, but we can start to utilize it just movement. So we can say it's actually an art of movement. It's an art of how to move our bodies with more efficiency. And this is the reason why I recommend this practice to everyone, regardless of age, regardless of gender, flexibility level, fitness level. It's just, this is your body, this is your mind. Shouldn't we be able to control the muscles in such a way, if we have back pain, neck pain, whatever, be able to tap into it and relax them? It's our muscles, so our mind controls that. Shouldn't we be able to tap into those subconscious parts of the body to be able to control the joints? And once we are able to do that, then anybody can benefit from this kind of practice. It's not just for fighting, So yeah, so this is why I love Wing Chun, and that's why I love teaching it. It's just such a beautiful art.